I'm going to do a review here on a raccoon slash groundhog small animal trap. Okay, here's my chicken coop, and it has a cage within the coop for the chickens, and they have a nice little run right there. Installed a window, just cut out some of it and put that window in there. You can see they got a board to run up in and out, but we had some guineas in here and they were growing, but the first night a raccoon got in there and killed them. And you wouldn't think a big old coon could get in through there, but it did. Okay, so it probably flexed the metal up and squeezed in there, and that's how it got in, and then it opened the damn door of the cage that's inside the coop, because as you can see, there's a cage. It wraps around like an L, and he opened one of them doors up and got in there and killed all the frickin' chicks. So crazy, right? Anyways, so I bought this trap. Okay, if you see this trap at the store and you need this trap, then don't buy it. This is like some off-brand trap. And what happens is you lift this up, lock this thing in place. They get in there, they step on that piece of metal down there on the ground, and it trips the cage. Okay, let's see. I didn't think about this prior to starting the camera, but I'm just looking for a stick I can get in there. Here. Okay, I'm gonna do this and get them both in there. And then they get stuck in there. But the problem is that raccoons are smart motherfuckers. And, well, 4 days in a row. The first day, I put marshmallows in there, made a trail into the cage. They ate the trail and ate the marshmallows. The second day, I put the marshmallows in the center of this, hoping they couldn't reach their hand in there, but they could, and they did. As you can see, big space here, small space here. So I thought, well, fuck, I'll just put the marshmallows in the back on the third night. And the third night, they reached down here where there are larger squares at the bottom, which don't make any fucking sense why it would be that way. Large square right there in that corner, large square all the way around. So essentially there is no place in this entire cage that you can put any bait. As you can see, there's a really large space here, smaller here, and smaller yet. And that's how this cage should be the entire way around. They should be that small, okay? But you got this one area where they've got this entire side with the medium size, okay, and then down here at the bottom, obviously, and then all the way around the back side at the bottom is the smaller ones, and at the very top also. And also in between there's two. Right here is the medium size, and right here is medium size, and then it's smaller. Doesn't make any fucking sense. But anyway, so last night I put golf balls in there so they couldn't pull them through the cage. They look like marshmallows. They're accustomed to marshmallows now. So I figured they'd really want to get to them because they love marshmallows. And so what we did for added deterrent or attractant is we put some sardines down on the ground underneath the cage. And As you can see, they didn't get in there to get the golf balls. I'm sure they tried to get them out, but they couldn't get them out. So they smell the attractant underneath the cage, the sardines, which they also love. And they moved the cage 3 feet out of the way, at least. And they ate the food and then dug down a little bit to try to get even more. As you can see, that's a hole. Okay. There's no cream filling in the ground, raccoon, but this cage is going back to the store. I'm gonna get a better cage. I'm gonna get another type of trap. So if we don't do something about it, then we're never gonna have any chickens. Yeah, and we're never gonna have any guineas. What the guineas are for is basically kind of like eating the bugs in the yard, because we got a lot of ticks around here. And they also are a country manned or redneck alarm system. Even though we got dogs, it's just every time they see somebody or hear something, they go off. Oh, I see what that is. And you know, they let you know that something is not right. So real good cheap alarm system. You don't have to feed them. Just raise them up in a cage by your house. Make sure you don't have neighbors too close, or they'll want to kill you and the guineas, because they are loud. And then, you know, just make sure that they know where home is, basically, is all it is. And that's why I had them in the run, so that I could raise them up there so they could get big enough where they could get up in the trees, and they could they would be able to take care of themselves better. Okay, so it really pisses me off that this happened. So that this year is a total of 30 40 50, that's almost 60 chickens that we've gone through and now have 0. So it's been a really bad year. Really getting fed up. Contemplating on actually hunting these damn things down myself at night, but I haven't resorted to that yet. If it comes down to it, then it comes down to it. But you know, trying to do this the humane way first, but it's also causing me a lot of grief. We'll update, and hopefully I will have a trap with a coon in it. Okay, so here it is, the new cage, and this one is called Little Giant Miller Manufacturing Company. Okay, and as you can see, the backside is small enough to where it can stop them from reaching in and getting the bait. Okay, that makes all the difference in the world. As you can see right here, halfway into the night, or not even halfway in, here's a raccoon in our cage. This motherfucker's been eating our chickens, so we're gonna have to rid the property of this guy. Full size, huge raccoon. Back in the day, people used to eat these things, but it's got ticks all over it. It doesn't seem like it's got rabies or anything like that. So, just a common raccoon, but it's a full-grown raccoon, and it's been eating our food, so time for it to go. Just wanted to show you guys that the cage that this thing outsmarted for 4 days in a row got replaced with one that makes a big difference. And as you can see, it's the difference between the animal taking your bait or the animal taking the bait. Okay.